Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Cody Johnson reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Wednesday, May 22nd. Tonight we report on a vote of no confidence by the Quincy City Council toward their police chief. And we have confirmation of what made nearly a third of the Longview Elementary School students sick. We also look at the upcoming Boys and Girls Club fundraiser that involves racing rubber ducks and how students in Bickleton got a snow day. In sports, we have results from the round 1 of the state high school golf tournaments, and the Seahawks have reported some troubling news on the defensive line. Our spotlight story tonight is about the Moses Lake Spring Fest and what it has to offer families looking for some fun. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story tonight, the Quincy City Council voted to show a general lack of confidence with Police Chief Richard Ackerman. They did not discuss the vote or provide any reasoning other than some opinions printed in a newspaper as letters to the editor. The council voted 5-2 on council members Adam Rudner's motion for a vote of no confidence in Police Chief Richard Ackerman and Captain Gene Fretheim. The motion doesn't affect the chief's employment. The Tuesday night council meeting was standing room only, filled mostly by people attending the meeting to see the follow-up to Thursday night's protests and town hall meetings. The council members didn't discuss the motion. Martin Dickerson, the volunteer working to help the department become accredited, asked what allegations Rudner had. Rudner responded by citing letters to the editor in the Quincy Post Valley Register complaining about the chief and captain and declined to discuss the matter further. Rudner, along with council members Scott Liebert, Paul Worley, and Manuel Guerrero and Jose Saldana, voted in favor of the motion. Council members Tom Harris and Jeremy McCreary opposed it. The outbreak of the stomach illness that hit Longview Elementary School in Moses Lake earlier this month was confirmed to be caused by the norovirus. Grant County Health District officials received confirmation after submitting 2 specimen samples to the Washington State Public Health Lab. The specific source of the highly contagious virus is unknown, but Teresa Atkinson with the Grant County Health District said there were isolated reports of stomach flu illness in the Moses Lake community prior to the outbreak at the school, which sickened about a third of the students. The Moses Lake School District canceled school at Longview on May 10th and has since been in daily contact with the health district to discuss absentee rates along with cleaning and sanitizing procedures. Symptoms of norovirus usually include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach cramping. People who become infected start experiencing illness about 24 to 48 hours after swallowing or breathing in the virus. The sickness is usually brief, lasting only 1 to 3 days. This virus is most commonly spread by eating contaminated food or liquids, touching contaminated surfaces or objects, and then placing hands in the mouth or having direct contact with a person who is infected and showing symptoms. An improved recreation area near Wanapum Dam opens Friday. The Grant County PUD is ready to open the Priest Rapids Recreation Area after a $3 million renovation. Wenatchee-based KRCI started the series of improvements last September. The PUD-funded project was mandated by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission as part of a process to renew the utility's license to run the dams. The commission wanted improvements made to the public recreation facilities. The project includes adding parking, picnic areas, restrooms, and a 3.1-mile trail along the shoreline. Crews also expanded a boat ramp and installed a new jetty. A grand opening celebration is scheduled for June 15th at 1 p.m. at the campgrounds. The Boys and Girls Clubs of the Columbia Basin are getting ready to race rubber ducks. The clubs are holding a rubber duck regatta at the Moses Lake Surf and Slide Water Park on June 14th and are looking for people to adopt ducks. People can adopt a single duck for $5, 5 ducks for $20, or 25 ducks for $100. The tickets are available at either of the club's locations at 410 West 3rd Avenue or 4306 Arnold Street Northeast. On race day, the rubber ducks will be numbered and dropped into the lazy river at the water park. The first duck across the finish line will win its adopter $1,500. Prizes are awarded in descending order as each duck crosses the finish line. Organizers pointed out that the yearly membership to the club is $20, but it costs the club more than $2,000 to provide services for each child. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from the iFIBER One Weather Center, and we've got sports and more news on the way.